Welcome to Comet Computer Private Limited e-learning program of implementing and administering networking technologies. We are going to see about Cisco Discovery Protocol, shortly called as CDP, Cisco Discovery Protocol. So the purpose of this protocol is to discover the related components in the network, which is directly connected to it, and learn the details about the component, and keep the information ready so that whenever any information required, like a neighbor interface, what is the interface it has, what is the router you have next connected to it, so we can get details about the particular router or switch. So this is proprietary component, so it will work only if you have Cisco switches on the other side. Otherwise, there is no point in running this protocol in the router. We can disable the protocol. Say one side you have a Cisco device, other side you have a Juniper or D-Link router. So what you can do, you can just shut down this services so that at least you can save some percentage of processor usage because of this. Okay, so if we have multiple devices connected with Cisco devices, then it is advantage to run this protocol. Okay, so it is mainly provided for discovering the devices, and this runs in the data link layer, so it is able to collect some deep details about the neighboring devices, and there is a proper handshake between the Cisco devices, right? So that is able to connect and provide the information about the devices. So it is also having sub-network access protocol encapsulation, which is connecting the CDP devices. So that's how we collect the details about the neighbor device. So CDP starts by default. We need not start anything, but I can intentionally stop the services, right? I have a command, no CDP run or no CDP enable. So I can do it for my router if required. Otherwise, I can leave it as it is. So by default, the CDP will get started. So from the iOS version 10.3, okay. So previous versions doesn't have. So previous versions not supporting CDP, but from 10.3 we are having the software available. So what is the information that it is collecting, right? So even if you connect the mobile phones via Bluetooth, pair you're pairing the device, right? So it is collecting some of the basic parameter. What is the model you have? What is the Android operating system you are using? Right? And obviously, we are not seeing further details. It may be collecting the IP address and IMEI number, all those details also. But normal users cannot see those things, right? We'll just see whether my device is listed in the mobile, I mean, Bluetooth list of devices. But here we can find out what is the remote device, the neighbor device which is directly connected to me, and what is the address of it, and what is the port it is connected, and what are the capabilities it has, and what is the platform it is running. Okay, so this helps to establish a network and establish a parent-child relationship, as well as this is very much useful in case of building the CMDB. So in CMDB map, right? So we have to provide a relationship between the devices. So in that case, I can use this tool as a useful one. So in 1900 series switch, we don't have a CDP run. We can just find out CDP neighbors in the switch. CDP timers, so it has inbuilt timers, which is called CDP timer. You have update timer or CDP timer. So this is giving us the information like after how many seconds or how many minutes the information is updated to the neighbor device. Okay, so it says that 60 seconds is default. So it means every minute, okay, every minute it will give the update to the next device. It will not consume that much data volume, some KBs, right? So not going to affect your bandwidth. That is the update timer. So after how much time I'm going to update my information to the next router, vice versa. Hold timer is Once I got the update from the next router, how long I am going to hold it. Though the neighboring device is giving me the information for every 60 seconds, what I'm going to do, I'm the remote router, the other end router, it will hold the information for 180 seconds and it will validate that there is no change in the previous information and current information. There is a change, it will get appended. Okay, so the whole timer is holding the previous informations. So it is a continuous process, right? It will keep on running behind the window, so we will not be knowing what it is doing. We can find out what is the parameter set is by typing the command show CDP. So we'll get further details on the timer, what is my router or switch is running. So we have CDP version 2 also, so that is clearly shown here. So the type of advertisement is a version 2 advertisement what we are getting. So if I type CDP space run, I can enable the CDP for the particular router. Okay, CDP enable, there is a command called CDP enable that is for the interface level. So this CDP space run, it will make my router to run the CDP services. If I say no CDP run, it will stop the CDP services. I told no, I can completely stop it. If my neighbor device is not a Cisco device, what is the use of running the CDP? So I can directly go and type the command no CDP space run. So it will disable the CDP option. About the timers, okay, CDP hold time, how much you wanted to give. CDP timer, you want to change the CDP timer. Normally default is 60 seconds and the maximum you can go for 254. Uh, um, so you can choose the option. So as I told now, to turn off the CDP, you can use this command, no CDP run. So on the interface level, you can use the command CDP enable and CDP disable. No CDP enable. Okay, so it will disable the um, interface option. So gathering neighbor information. So we can type the command show CDP neighbors. You can find out what is the switch connected and what is the interface you have. All those things you can check it out. So switch output or router output, whatever it is, you'll get all the details about the neighbor device. So this much information is being gathered within the CDP protocol. By using the CDP protocol only, we are getting all the information. So that will be very useful for building the network topographical diagram. So the advanced one is link layer discovery protocol. Um, it is the advanced version of CDP. So this is based on the standard IEEE 802.1 AB. They have built the protocol, new protocol called LLDP. This protocol is a non-proprietary protocol. So just we discussed, CDP works only with the Cisco devices, right? So there are a lot of gaps. By seeing the advantage, others also wanted to have same kind of protocol. So they developed LLDP. So this is link layer discovery protocol, which is again working in the layer 2 for discovering the informations about the neighboring device. Apart from the LLDP, for finding or identifying the devices in the voice-based applications, we have voice router, voice applications, Cisco IP phones, a lot of voice-related devices are there, right? For that purpose, they have developed LLDP MED, Media Endpoint Discovery. Okay, so another version is developed, but LLDP and LLDP MED are not compatible. So that is treated as a two different entity in the industry. So you can use any one. So if it is only voice network, you use LLDP MED, or if it is data network, you can use LLDP protocol. So LLDP has limitations. First thing is it should be enabled on the device before we enable on or disable on it in the interface. So the device level first it has to be enabled. We cannot go in the reverse. So after you enable in the device, then you can go for enabling in the interface. So that is from parent to child like that. So LLDP is supported only on physical interfaces. It is not on the virtual interface. So if you create a virtual interface, it will not work. So physical network card, physical serial interface, in that one it will work. LLDP can discover up to one device per port. It is more or less like CDP. LLDP can discover Linux servers. So even if it has connected with Linux server via your Ethernet port, it can identify the details about the server. So we can completely turn off LLDP with no LLDP run command. So that will close the services in the router. And to enable, you can use the command LLDP run, right? Simple option. You have further thing like you wanted to shut down on the interface level. So we can get into the interface by logging into the interface mode. We can run the command no LLDP transmit as well as no LLDP receive. So that will send and receive option will be disabled for this LLDP command. We have few abbreviations captured in this presentation. One is CDP, other one is LLDP, third one is MED, Media Endpoint Discovery. The fourth one is IGMP. We'll see some of the commands related with CDP in the router. We'll get into the router. So going to the enable mode. Yeah, okay. Um, Show run. So this router has, yeah, interfaces through Ethernet interface. The switch is connected. So I'm running the command show CDP neighbor. Just type show CDP first. So it says general informations. So default configurations we have 60 CDP timer update. Hold timer is 180. And now show CDP neighbor. So this router is connected via Ethernet interface to the other Ethernet interface of the router. Okay. So you can see switch. The remote router interface is 0/0, and it says yes, it means switch. See here, R means router, yes means switch, and platform 2960. See, without knowing the remote device, we can easily find out it is 2960 switch. It is mentioned here. So that is show CDP neighbor. In the same way, I'm just going to the switch. I'm logging into the switch, right? It is a 2960 switch. I'm just trying to find out show CDP, what is that configured in the switch. So it is also 60 and 180. So the common parameter between switch and router, there is no much difference. We are using the same CDP timer and CDP update timer 180 seconds. Hold timer is 180 seconds. Now show CDP neighbor. So here this shows that I have a device. I don't know what is the device connected as of now. The name is Comet, and it is connected via fast Ethernet, and hold time is 147. The capabilities are, it means that it is a router. So as a new person, I'm seeing this output. How do I read? Okay, so I'm getting I will get multiple lines if I have multiple devices. But here I'm having only one device. So one device, and that is router, and the router model is 2900, and port ID is gig 0/0. So this is more than sufficient for me to build. So now I was standing in the router side. I learned there is a device available here. So we are able to identify. So likewise, if I go to switch, um, if I have any other devices connected, now I have only one device connected, right? So I'll have to see whether any other devices connected here. Likewise, I can start building my network topology diagram and all. That will be very much useful. So this is about CDP. So we have reached the end of the topic. Thank you very much.